we've seen coming is JSW Energy. On the same theme, it has marked its largest acquisition since its inception. Mika has more details on the same. Mika, we are looking at a considerable big size of acquisition. What does this mean for the company?
Thank you for that. So the deal does mark JSW Energy's largest acquisition. It's going to acquire two companies at an enterprise value of 12,468 crores. And the deal will actually increase the company's locked-in capacity by 23% to around 25 gigawatts versus 20 gigawatts before. And this is well ahead of its target, because the company did aim to hit 20 gigawatts capacity by 2030 itself. Now, they will acquire 100% interest in two entities. One is O2 Power Midco Holdings and subsidiaries, and the second is O2 Energy. And it's expected to be completed, the proposed acquisition, by 26th May of 2025. Major approvals from the CCI and the lenders are still required. Now, when you talk about what it will be acquiring, the assets, well, it includes a 4.7 gigawatt renewable energy platform from O2 Power, out of which 2.2 gigawatt of capacity will be operational by June 2025, and the remainder, which is under construction or in the pipeline, will also be commissioned by June 2027. The average portfolio tariff is 3.37 rupees per kilowatt hours, and the remaining asset life is 23 years, so it's a high quality asset. When you talk about the benefits, well, it's first at an attractive valuation of 6.9 times the EV to EBITDA ratio. It also increases its locked-in capacity and also increases its commercial and industrial portfolio to 3.7 gigawatts. It helps strengthen the company's presence because the assets are spread across 7 rich states, out of which JSW Energy already has presence in 5 states, so it increases the scope of synergies of the operation and maintenance and the in-house EPC services that the company provides, and all the assets have an expected equity internal rate of return of over 17%.
Well, thanks for that, Mika. In fact, we also spoke to the management on the funding plans for these acquisitions and the debt levels. Do listen into that slice of conversation as well.
The deal is to be consumed in 5 months timeline, which is there from the signing of the SPA, but we are quite confident that it will happen earlier. So numbers are going to be dynamic. Specific for 12,468 crore, the value is that because the part of net working capital, which is a dynamic number, when we close, we will be ready with the exact numbers. But yes, we have to remember in terms of funding that what we have, you may recall that in April 24, we raised a QIP of 5,000 crore, successful raise of funds we did through that route. And in September closing, H1 closing, we have reported a free cash of 5,700 crores. So we are very, very comfortable with it will be a mix of internal accruals, plus if in case the debt is to be raised, but exact numbers will be coming. In terms of ratio, if you are asking debt to EBITDA ratios, what we have declared of 4.1 end of H1, and if we remove the construction work in progress, which will give us the returns once the capacity gets commissioned, it was a very comfortable number of 2.2. Even if we talk of net debt to EBITDA, including CWIP, the industry average is 5.5 to 6, wherein the rating agencies are comfortable. We were at 4.1 in September. So all these gives us a lot of cushion and headroom to accelerate our growth, and our strong balance sheet strongly supports that.
Well, that was the management of JSW Energy. In fact, let's pull the stock price as well. We are seeing about 3 to 4% of gains in trade today after the announced this acquisition. Sharmila, coming back to you on this acquisition, 12,000 crore plus of an acquisition. Attractive valuations is what Mika spoke of, and an increase in capacity by around 23%. What does this mean for you with this acquisition taking place?
So the interesting thing in this sector is that what we've been really seeing over this last year or so is that everybody is now positioning themselves to be in green and renewable space, and that's a sort of a concept that is taking sort of which market is liking, and we are seeing a whole host of stocks that are either announced or are getting into green energy or renewable products. And JSW Energy has been right there. They've been making the right noises for quite some time now, and even these acquisitions that we're hearing of point in that direction. So I'm extremely positive on this development. Here again, I think at the moment valuations look a little expensive. So I think you need to give the stock maybe 8-9 months, see how the next couple of quarters are going, and then look to make a fresh investment. But overall, I'm extremely positive on this development as well as this stock.